Good morning, it's Don Steele. We're up to chapter 9, Looking Good, in the audio version of Date Young Women. It's an audio version if you download the video and strip off the audio and put it on your phone. The book you use to look good is called Clothes Make the Man. There's another version which came before this one. It's a Kindle. It's one of the 11 books in the Dream Girl series. The title of the book in that series is Dress for Success with Women. Every chapter in Date Young Woman is in there, plus Dress for Success with Women. Today, the audio version of Date Young Women, Looking Good. The quote at the beginning of the chapter is by Frank Zappa. Brown shoes don't make it. He was singing about why he didn't want men to become drones in the corporate society. And he thought all men, businessmen wore brown shoes. A lot of them wear brown shoes for no apparent reason. Brown doesn't go with anything, he said brown. And you can't look powerful wearing a brown suit. You can't look important wearing a brown suit. The young woman out there waiting for you is infatuated with clothes. She talks about them, reads about them, loves shopping for them, and appreciates any man who wears them well. You won't get anywhere looking like her daddy. Gather up all daddy look-alike clothes. Don't put them in the bag for the Salvation Army. Burn them. Burn them right now like evidence convicting you of father rape and mother murder. Don't be trendy. That's trying too hard. You look less like a man. Follow fashion gently, about 6 months behind the major changes. Well, the other changes they've tried to force on men are these idiotic slim suits and skinny suits. Don't buy either of those. Always buy a traditional two-button suit. For inexperienced guys, I put a version of Clothes Makes a Man in the first book of the Dream Girl series. If you have experience with women, just buy Clothes Make the Man. Your life will improve immediately when you look successful everywhere, even at the company picnic or a friend's barbecue. When you understand the principles involved, get up off your wallet and go shopping with a young female friend, or even one who's a burned-out hulk of 28. Women know what looks good on you and what doesn't. Buy what she picks out. Friends are best because they'll tell you the truth. If you don't have a friend, get an acquaintance and then tell her, please tell me what looks good and what doesn't. Don't worry about hurting my feelings. You must look successful all the time if you're serious. That doesn't mean a suit and tie. That means wearing tasteful, fashionable clothing appropriate to the situation. Dress as sharply as possible. Being overdressed gives the impression you are stuffy, the kiss of death to under 25 possibilities. Daddy's stuffy, teachers are stuffy. You're a casual, relaxed man who just happens to be older than she is. Dress that part. Never, never, never leave home without being well dressed. The day you do, you'll go to the supermarket and Lori Longlegs is working all alone as the cashier with nobody to talk to except you. That's when you get a chance. Clothes don't make you look younger. She views a man dressed like a 22-year-old the same way you look at a 50-ish woman in a miniskirt. Besides turning off Lori Longlegs, you're secretly ridiculed by everybody at your office, which makes your chances of promotion go down the drain. Don't make a fool out of yourself on purpose. You'll do enough of that accidentally on this quest. How do I know that? You learn by making mistakes, my friends. That's the only way. Clothes make the man. I wrote my own book on how to dress to attract women because I got so fed up with the inadequate and the dead wrong books. Worse than the bad advice and stupid ideas from experts in men's magazines is the flat-out fraudulent advice given by pickup artists and internet-based dating experts, life coaches, and career coaches. You can be sure of yourself when somebody calls himself a life coach, he doesn't have any fucking skills at all. You can't even change a fucking flat tire, is my bet. But the absolute worst advice comes from writers of Men's Health, Ask Men, Esquire, and GQ. Their websites are just a disaster. They don't know anything. They're just writers giving you opinions. I'm warning you, it's self-destructive to follow any advice they give you. Just look at any picture on the GQ cover and there's 10,000 things wrong with it once you get Clothes Make the Man. Clothes Make the Man was published under my given name, John J. White. If you don't know the story about why I took That name, here you go. When Date Young Women was first published, I used my given name. Radio interviewers all thought John White must be a fake name and asked if I was ashamed to use my real name. Since my publishing company was named Steel Balls Press, I took the name Ardon Steele after a famous radio DJ in LA, thinking buyers might assume I've heard that name before. It didn't help and it didn't hurt, but it did stop interviewers from asking me, what's your real name? Most guys are slobs in every aspect of their lives, especially how they dress. Any guy who dresses well has a huge advantage over the herd at work and with women. You're applying for the job as her older lover. Job applicants are first judged on what they look like, no matter what job you're applying for, or the job she's offering, or a corporation's offering. The first and most obvious thing seen by women from across the room is the hair on your head. Nothing does any good unless the hair on your head is appropriate for your age and appropriate for the amount of hair you have left. And that means no fucking comb overs. These 4 easy things to do will have you outdressing 85% of the male population. Listen, pay close attention. These 4 things will have you outdressing 85% of the male population. Number 1, never wear anything brown. Number 2, never be trendy. Number 3, get everything in the size that fits you exactly. Stick with the style rules and colors, and clothes make the man. Clothing is a tool you use to control how others see you and treat you. Wear what appeals to females who have the power to hire you as a lover. Always look successful. Overall, be symmetrical, color coordinated, and balanced. Then you look harmonious. It all fits together. That's the phrase women use all the time. He looks put together. When you follow clothes make the man, you're going to look put together no matter what outfit you have on. Listen to Frank Zappa. Brown shoes don't make it. Brown shoes are never worn. Got it. Brown belts, brown socks, brown jackets, brown any damn thing are never worn. Remember it this way. If it's brown, flush it down. T-Babes gave everyone that memory device. It's just like their memory device, only commodes accommodate. All right? Commodes accommodate brown stuff. Flush it down. Here's the list. The most important thing on this list is cargo shorts. Every woman I've met hates men wearing cargo shorts or pants. The other thing that really repulses them is tight anything. Tight t-shirt, tight pants, tight shorts, tight swimming trunks. Don't wear anything tight. And an untucked shirt, that really pisses them off. Don't untuck your shirt, it's stupid. Tuck your shirt in if it has tails. If it doesn't have tails, don't tuck it in. When in doubt, do without. Mandatory do withouts. Gold chains, pinky rings, gaudy, ostentatious watches and rings, gold bracelets, time out. If you're wearing more than $300 worth of jewelry, including the watch, you're trying to impress her and others. That makes you a phony, someone you can't trust. Women are always on guard. First, you have to prove you're safe. If she thinks you're phony, you'll never prove you're safe. And you want her to want you, not what you can buy her. Let the fat phony pricks driving ultra expensive cars or wearing a Rolex or a TOG watch behave like that. They're the ones who must buy her. Time in. Any necklace, glasses on a string around your neck, employee ID around your neck or on your pocket, lapel buttons, large belt buckles, half lens glasses, sweatbands or headbands, clip-on tie, any tie clasp or tack, calculator watches. I haven't seen one of those for about 5 years. Shirt pocket protecting pen holders and anything out of date. Tie-dyed attire, ornamentation like turquoise or silver. There are hundreds of other no-nos. Pay attention when you read Clothes Make the Man. Plastic surgery. Face and eye lifts are for men obsessed with wrinkles. If you fit in this category, don't go for the economy model. Go for the same doctors movie stars do. But wait, this is not something to joke about. Plastic surgery, even get rid of the bags under your eyes, is a serious matter. Doctors screw up just like mechanics. This is a decision requiring extensive investigation. My advice is don't take a chance until you're 55 and look 75. I have T-babes tell the guys, go to the best hairdresser, male or female, in your hometown and say, make me look as manly as possible, nothing trendy. And sit down and shut up. I agree. You don't know what looks manly. Hairdressers know what looks manly. Don't comb your hair in an elaborate way to disguise your bald spot or receding hairline. That has the same impact on her as wearing white patent leather shoes, lime green leisure suit, open shirt with gold chains and a gold nugget watch and a diamond pinky ring. Instant dry pussy.